Hey, welcome back to the Green Logbook. So, I recently came across this article on the Marine Corps Times titled VA Leaders Policies Delaying Care, Destroying Workforce, report says. The report that it's referring to is called Breaking the Pact Impacts of Trump, Doge, and Collins' Ongoing Assault on Veterans. And to break it down, the report explains that recent policies by VA leadership have delayed care, demoralized staff, and created problems that could affect wait times, access, and quality care for years to come. But that's not just one side of the aisle complaining. You've also got Republicans upset about how the testimony was all handled. And the VA leadership has a completely different perspective of all of this. So it's kind of messy, but if you want the update, I'm urging you to stick around for this one. All right, so according to the report released by Senate Democrats, VA wait times are getting worse, not better. New patients seeking mental health care are now waiting an average of 35 days, with 15 states seeing wait times over 40 days. And one clinic in California, they're reporting 121-day waiting periods after losing some staff. So the VA has also reportedly lost over 40,000 employees over the past year, and 88% of those were within the Veterans Health Administration alone. That includes 1,000 physicians, 3,000 registered nurses, 700 social workers, and 1,500 schedulers. So the report that they put out argues that these cuts, combined with policy changes and hiring challenges, have created delays and reduced access to care and benefits. Now, Senator Richard Blumenthal, the ranking Democrat on the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee, says that this is all frightening and deeply alarming because it will have a negative impact on our veterans. He went on to say veterans are increasingly paying the price for this administration's self sabotage, and hardworking, talented VA employees are demoralized and exhausted by the malice and incompetence of their leadership. That's a strong statement, and it reflects real frustration from elected officials whose job it is to oversee VA performance. Now, Blumenthal also pointed out issues like the elimination of hospital beds, lost access of services, alleged harassment of VA employees, and difficulty getting information from the VA on its decisions and canceled contracts. Now, that's just the Democratic side of the argument. Now you've got the Republicans raising their hand too. Representative Mike Bost of Illinois, chairman of the House Veterans Affairs Committee, expressed frustration about how the VA communicated with Congress. During a House hearing, he mentioned,
"This is the second time this week that we have not received the testimony from VA in a timely manner. It is incredibly frustrating for staff and members to try to prepare for a hearing without having testimony to review prior to the hearing. If this were not such an incredibly important hearing, I would consider preventing VA from testifying today. However, given the importance of this hearing and the need for this committee to conduct critical oversight over this contract, I plan to proceed for the hearing, but rest assured that I will not be forgiving in the future."
so then what does the VA say about all of this? So enter VA Secretary Doug Collins. Collins insisted that the cuts and the policy decisions have not harmed veteran services, even though the numbers suggest staffing has dropped significantly. At a recent press conference, Collins said there are safety valves for every hospital and clinic in the system. If they need somebody, they can hire somebody. We will make the accommodations to make sure they get whoever they need if they have a position that takes away from patient care and patient quality. That is basically the VA's position. Any gaps are manageable and the system can adapt. But the press release also highlights big delays, like old claims appeals. Some are waiting 3,500 days, mortgage assistance interruptions, education benefits not being paid for tens of thousands of students. So the pushback is real, even if the VA leadership doesn't see it as a crisis. So I'm dropping all the links to the Marine Corps Times article and the other article that was submitted in the description. Please check it out. Please confirm for yourself. And I'd ask, if you're experiencing any higher than normal wait times at the VA for like VA healthcare or anything like that, comment below. And if you may know of any way to assist the VA in getting past these issues, I'd ask that you also comment below with that as well. Thank you for watching the Green Logbook.